Chapter 5. Alfie. Alfie was a small dragon who lived with his mother in a deep cave on a mountainside. Alfie's mother, Hannah, was a full-grown dragon, and like all dragons, she was an enormous and fearsome creature. Her large body was covered with shiny scales, and her tail was thick and long. Her back was covered with sharp spikes, and her yellow eyes bulged from her head. Hannah was a real fire-breathing dragon, and when she roared, her nostrils flared and hot tongues of fire floated into the air. When she was not practicing fire-breathing or dragon roars, Hannah used to sleep in the cave. Little Alfie, who was too small to breathe fire or roar, soon became very bored. Life in the cave with only his mummy for company was very dull. Alfie was a lively fellow, and he longed for some friends to play. Occasionally, he would keep looking out of the cave at the valley below. "Oh," he said one day, "it seems like fun down there. I wish I could go there too." "Nonsense!" roared Hannah in her deep voice. "Dragons do not want to have fun. They want to breathe fire and terrify people. Just you wait till you grow up and can do it too." Alfie was disappointed when he heard this, but he was a very determined little dragon. One day, when Hannah was asleep, he hurried down the mountain path as quietly as he could, dragging his tail, which went bumpty-bump behind him. Soon, he came to a road and saw a little man pushing a wagon in front of him and ringing a bell. "Ice creams!" cried the man. "Ice creams for sale!" Alfie hurried forward to make friends. The ice cream man stopped and stared. He screamed in fright, and dropping his bell with a loud clang, he ran away as fast as he could. "Oh, dear me," said Alfie in surprise. "What a strange man!" He picked up the bell, rang it 1 or 2 times, and then turned to examine the little wagon that was left behind. He lifted the lid slowly, and little wisps of smoke rose into the air. "Oh!" Alfie exclaimed, staring at the smoke. "Perhaps this is some other kind of fire-breathing dragon too," he thought. But the wagon was quite still and quiet. So Alfie decided it was not a dragon after all. He peered into the cart, sniffing hard. Whatever it was, it smelled very nice indeed, he thought. Slowly, he dipped one claw into the wagon and drew out a mound of ice cream. It was pink, frothy, and fluffy. He put out his tongue and licked a bit. It was cool, cooler than anything Alfie had ever tasted, and so delicious. "Mmm, mmm," said Alfie, and his tongue reached for another lick and another and goes on. Alfie could not stop himself from eating the ice cream, and soon the first mound was over. Alfie dipped into the cart for some more. This time, the ice cream he dug out was chocolate ice cream with nuts. He crunched the nuts with the dragon teeth, and soon he was reaching into the cart for more. Vanilla, strawberry, butterscotch, he had them all. Finally, all the flavors were finished, and Alfie rubbed his stomach in satisfaction. "That was delicious," he murmured to himself as he walked homewards. "Just delicious." That night, sleeping in the cave, Alfie dreamt of the ice creams he had eaten and their tastes. When he awoke, he was hungry. He decided that he would go out and wait for the ice cream man again. So, while Hannah snored, Alfie crept out of the cave. He hurried to the spot where he had met the ice cream man the previous day and sat down to wait for him. Before long, he heard the ding-dong of a bell, and soon the ice cream man and his wagon came into view. Alfie jumped up and down in excitement. and ran towards him. The ice cream man hurriedly left his cart, but this time he did not run away. He hid himself behind a bush and watched in astonishment as Alfie opened the wagon eagerly and scooped out great mounds of ice cream. "What a sight!" said the ice cream man, rubbing his eyes. "A dragon who likes ice cream? Who would have believed it?" He slowly came out of the bushes. "So, you like ice cream, do you?" he asked Alfie. Mmm, mmm, said Alfie, licking the tips of his claws. "It's just delicious. I'm going to eat all the ice cream in your cart every day." "Oh no," said the ice cream man. "No, certainly not. I have to sell my ice cream every day to earn my living. How can I do that if you eat it?" He tried to drag away his wagon, but Alfie held on fiercely and pulled hard. The ice cream man's strength had no match for a dragon's, even if it was a small one, and soon he gave up. "All right," he said finally. "You can have some ice cream every day, but only on one condition." "What's that?" asked Alfie eagerly. "You'll have to work for them. You must come along with me and help me selling my ice cream every day." "Sure," said Alfie happily. And so, from that day on, Alfie went with the ice cream man on his round every afternoon. He would follow the cart with his tail going bumpty-bum behind him. At first, the people were very afraid of Alfie, and no one came out to buy ice creams. They stared hard at him from behind closed doors. But when the ice cream man rang his bell and called out cheerily, "Ice cream for sale and a friendly dragon to play with too," all the children hurried out. They swarmed around the cart excitedly, and soon all the ice creams were sold, and Alfie also had many new friends. Thus it continued. Alfie helped the ice cream man to sell his ice creams every day. Sometimes he gave the children rides on his tail. They loved it. After having a few ice creams himself as his reward, he would hurry back to the cave before Hannah woke up. All those ice creams soon made him fat. After some time, Hannah noticed that Alfie had suddenly grown big. "Well, well," said Hannah happily. "You have really grown up, Alfie. I think it's time for you to learn to roar and breathe fire." Poor Alfie. All he wanted was to have some more ice cream, but Hannah was having none of it. Soon, Alfie was opening his mouth wide, puffing and wheezing as he tried to breathe fire. Alas, no fire came out. "Never mind," said Hannah. "Today was only the first time you tried. Tomorrow you'll surely be able to breathe fire." But the next day, Alfie fired even worse. Hannah frowned. She was getting angry. "What has happened to you?" she cried. "Why are you not able to breathe fire?" She came near and peered into Alfie's mouth. It was icy cold, and his breath was like a blast of cold wind. "What have you been doing, you naughty?" she cried at Alfie. What do you think happened next?